Gratitude obviously is a humbling capacity. You learn to become more appreciative when you have gratitude.
There's always a spark of sunshine in the darkness.
Why is gratitude so important to you? What could you share with us of the importance and significance of gratitude?
Gratitude is, in my view, one of the key pillars that is connected to joy. And gratitude, I just want to highlight, and I'd actually shared this in my TEDx talk, that we can look at a multitude of dimensions or layers of gratitude. How can we look at a situation, for example, that we may be experiencing that may be challenging or not, right? So whatever the situation is, are we able to have gratitude for ourselves, how we have showed up and how we actually navigated the circumstance? Then can we have gratitude towards others for the contributions in a multitude of ways, either supporting us, challenging us, and so on? And then how can we have the final layer of gratitude towards life, right? Because often when we were talking earlier about change, the reality is that if life is bringing us specific circumstances that may appear challenging at first, if we're able to embrace this with curiosity and excitement, we can actually then have more gratitude towards life and for these beautiful moments and synchronicities that emerge in our lives and that often lead to incredible opportunities. And ultimately, that's really how I look at gratitude, is through this multi-layer approach. And as I said, it's something that we need to live and breathe through every single day. In fact, just as a side note, this is something that I've been instilling in our children since we're very, very young. And when we would be coming together for a meal, I would ask them, what are you grateful for? And I really, really wanted them to understand the power of gratitude, that maybe you had a very tough day or maybe a very painful day for whatever reason, but there's always a spark of sunshine in the darkness. But we just must never lose the opportunity to actually pay attention to it. So that's what gratitude is for me.
Chris, what do you see as the importance of gratitude and how that might be connected to a lot of the work that you've done with empathy?
Well, so much. I actually worked for 1 year, and I don't know if I've ever told this to Andreea, but I actually worked 1 year focusing on how generosity pays. I actually had a program called Generosity Pays. So for me, gratitude and generosity are quite closely linked. So gratitude obviously is a humbling capacity. You learn to become more appreciative when you have gratitude. So I think as a psychologist, practicing gratitude allows you to become more compassionate, more thankful towards others. And when you give that to others, they give it back to you. So I have, even in all my misfortunes or challenges or whatever you faced, I mean, a beautiful, Andreea was part of it. I got married last week. With Sandrine, and we 22 years together, but we turned it into a wonderful moment of now celebrating our bondage. And the gratitude that I received from the people coming, and they came from 17 countries. And I mean, some like Andreea came all the way from Canada to France to do this. And people came from all the way from South Africa to do that, and from Greece and from different places. And Sandrine says she felt bad because she's an enormously generous person, but she says, I don't deserve this, was her first. And I said, look, all these people come here because they have joy being part of this moment. And yes, you deserve that. So there's this idea that, and I think that's how I connect to what Andreea was saying, we often feel undeserving of gratitude. And it's in our own mind, because we that feeling undeserving is downplaying yourself. No, we all should learn to be generous with each other and be grateful towards one another, not because it's an obligation, because it's such a source of joy, such a abundance creator. And that's exactly how I felt, but I think, and Andrea, you can add to it, how everyone felt at this wedding. It was just a abundance, generous moment where people were sharing the joy of this special moment for us, but between themselves. So for me, gratitude is a real catalyst for creating surpluses in our lives. And it's, if you talk economical terms, it's the hidden capital that most, let's call it carrot and stick economies, don't see.
Interesting. I love that. The hidden capital that we can all tap. I've said sometimes that gratitude is free, but it's also freeing.
Yeah.
That it can liberate us from resentment and victim mindset and scarcity. And it liberates us to expand into generosity and joy and hope. And we have that within us. It's that hidden capital.